Greetings everyone, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for taking the time to be here, joining me once more in this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I kindly urge you to do so. Don't forget to engage with the content, hit the like button, subscribe, and importantly, click on the notification bell. It's crucial to opt for all notifications to ensure you never miss any of our future videos. Now let's delve into a fascinating subject, the Royal Jubilee babies. Well, some of these youngsters may no longer be accurately termed babies, but they undoubtedly remain part of the royal children ensemble. There has been a considerable amount of chatter circling around Prince Louis, and I find myself perplexed by the fixation on a 4-year-old child. In my eyes, his behavior seemed rather typical for a child of his age, no different from what I witness in my interactions with nieces, nephews, or even godchildren. Yes, there might have been moments where he tested his mother's patience, but let's consider the circumstances he faced in those days. He watched as his parents took Charlotte and George out for excursions, likely due to their older age. Therefore, his mischievous behavior might have stemmed from seeking a bit of one-on-one attention with his mom amid the loud music, carnivals, and the constant flashing of photographers' cameras. Additionally, picture this: a scenario where sweets were passed around among cousins. Even little Lena Tyndall had a moment when she seemed hesitant to share sweets with Louis, perhaps expressing her fondness for George. Children, after all, will be children, and at 4 years old, they are still in the stages of early development. To equate such behavior in a child to that of an adult is, in my opinion, rather severe. Genuine bad behavior is exhibited by grown individuals, not by a young child exploring his world. There's been an upsetting trend of conjectures and criticisms surrounding an incident where Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, was seen instructing Louis to calm down, and he, in response, placed his hand over her mouth to hush her. Some speculated that this action was learned behavior from a potentially tumultuous environment at home, insinuating an abusive relationship between Catherine and William. The derogatory comments stemming from this assumption were utterly appalling. However, such gestures from children towards their parents are not uncommon. For instance, there's a picture of Mia Tyndall doing a similar act to her father, where it appears she was merely playfully trying to shush him while he sang, resulting in shared laughter. Furthermore, past photographs on the balcony captured instances where Savannah, a few years ago, did the same to George. These actions, from what I observed, are innocent and playful gestures that children engage in regularly. Louis might have gotten a tad too excited, but the subsequent moments of affection towards his mom could be seen as his way of expressing remorse, a typical behavior for children at that age. Children throughout their growth explore boundaries and test limits, an essential part of their developmental journey. I've encountered numerous instances with my nieces, nephews, and friends' children where they exhibit similar playful antics. It's part and parcel of growing up. Now, I've been on the receiving end of some rather cruel comments, suggesting that because I don't have children of my own, I am unqualified to comment on such matters. However, by that logic, does having children grant one the right to publicly insult a 4-year-old child online? I vehemently disagree. The sheer number of friends whose children I've witnessed growing up, coupled with my relationships with nieces, nephews, and godchildren, provides me with a well-rounded understanding of typical child behavior. And in my perspective, Louis didn't display anything out of the ordinary. Amidst the splendid Jubilee celebrations, it was disheartening to witness the swarm of online trolls fixating their attention on a young 4-year-old boy. This, I believe, necessitates serious introspection on their part. Criticizing a 4-year-old child, especially on social media, is entirely unacceptable in any context. Those resorting to such behavior should face immediate repercussions, including being banned from online platforms. Prince Louis, in my view, was simply an excited child, reveling in the festivities, pulling faces, and yes, perhaps getting a bit carried away at times. But isn't that the essence of childhood, especially in environments like lively birthday parties filled with sweets, music, and an audience to impress? Regardless of a child's lineage or background, it should always remain off-limits, especially in the context of trolling and unwarranted criticism. It's utterly appalling to witness the disparaging remarks made about a young child on social media platforms. With that off my chest, let's redirect our attention to some of the other delightful royal babies, like the utterly adorable miniature version of Mike Tyndall. Zara and Mike's youngest addition to their family is a cherubic little boy named Lucas. The striking resemblance he bears to his father is undeniable. With a mop of angelic, almost ethereal white blonde hair, Lucas is a bundle of joy, full of life and vigor. One can't help but wonder if he'll follow in his father's footsteps and become a rugby star as he grows older. In the realm of royal babies, there's also little August, the son of Princess Eugenie and Jack. Observing August happily bouncing between both parents, it's fascinating how much he mirrors both of them. The resemblance between children and their parents often comes as no surprise, but occasionally it's remarkable how much they favor one parent over the other. In the case of August, he's a spitting image of his mother, Princess Eugenie, which draws attention to another royal baby, Lily. Baby Lily's recent release of 2 photographs sparked quite the discussion. Interestingly, the colored and black and white images present her in seemingly different lights. It's almost as if they portray 2 distinct children, especially noticeable in the black and white photo. Lily bears a striking resemblance to her cousin August, which is entirely typical within family genetics. There were speculations, even claims that the photos might depict different babies, but the genetic resemblances are evident, akin to my experiences where people often mistook my cousin and me for sisters due to similar genetics. Genetics indeed play an intriguing role. Lily and August undeniably share a robust genetic connection, evident from their striking similarities. However, what's disheartening amidst all this admiration and analysis is the unwanted attention that some royal babies receive on social media. It's unfortunate how trolls attack these innocent souls. While defending one child, some end up making disparaging comments about others, which is entirely unjustified. Children, regardless of their lineage, should be off limits from such scrutiny. The blame, if any, lies not with the children but their parents. Speaking of genetics, there's been widespread chatter about the physical traits inherited by Harry and Meghan's children. People have noticed that the children do not quite exhibit Meghan's biracial features, leading to speculations. However, in my honest opinion, both baby Archie and Lily bear a striking resemblance to each other, resembling their father, Harry, while also reflecting certain aspects of Meghan's baby pictures. This resemblance to their parents assures me that they are indeed the biological children of Harry and Meghan. Diving deeper into genetics, there's been discussion about the recessive ginger gene. While some focus on Harry Spencer lineage, the Markle side also carries a dominant ginger gene, evidenced by Meghan's relatives like Samantha and Thomas Jr., who strongly resemble their father, Thomas Markle. Thomas Markle Jr. even has red hair, emphasizing the presence of the ginger gene within the Markle family. Hence, it's not surprising that both Archie and Lily sport their father's distinctive red hair, coupled with glimpses of the Markle genes. Moreover, both children display a genetic trait called strabismus, a condition I also share. It's a minor cross-eyed condition, visible in Archie and also hinted at in Lily's black and white photograph. Meghan, too, reportedly had this as a baby and might have undergone corrective surgery, much like I did to rectify mine. However, amidst all this genetic talk and admiration, there's a concerning trend of speculation and doubts regarding the children's existence and appearances during certain events. Questions arise about their presence or absence during particular occasions. For instance, their absence during outings or public appearances raises eyebrows, leading to further doubts about their actual existence or whereabouts. The recent release of Lily's photographs seemed rushed, almost as if it was an attempt to counteract negative attention following a less-than-warm reception they received. This, coupled with the absence of clear sightings of the children, only fuels more speculation and doubts. In the most recent video discussion, the topic revolved around the restrictions imposed on the photographer accompanying a couple during their meeting with the Queen. There's a perplexing aspect to this. It seems unusual that they were not permitted to have their photographer take a picture. This isn't the only instance raising eyebrows, There have been numerous instances with the couple's children that fuel speculation. The varying details around the birth of their child, coupled with heavily photoshopped images, lead to increased speculation. It's curious behavior from a couple striving to afford their children a private life. Let's delve into Meghan's black and white photograph. There's a noticeable discrepancy. She appears remarkably younger and slimmer within a span of just 24 hours. While this isn't intended as an attack on Meghan, the striking difference prompts questions. Particularly if she's holding baby Lily in both pictures, the transformation seems puzzling. Perhaps there's a hidden secret behind makeup artistry, making her look stunning without makeup, yet drastically different with it. The perplexing nature of these photographs sparks curiosity and discussions among onlookers. The calculated nature of their public appearances raises more questions. Everything seems meticulously planned, devoid of candid moments that might offer glimpses into their genuine lives. The absence of natural, unscripted moments like Meghan holding baby Lily at the window or Harry engaging with Archie during a Trooping of the Colour event feels odd and contrived. The couple's penchant for these orchestrated scenarios often shifts focus onto their children, inviting unnecessary attention and speculation. The images under scrutiny were captured by Meghan's photographer, who reportedly used an iPad for their maternity pictures in the UK. However, inconsistencies arise regarding who appears in these photos, Meghan holding one child while another little girl is present. The absence of Harry in these images raises further questions. There's a lack of recent photographs of Harry holding their children, unlike earlier instances seen in Canada. This absence is notably conspicuous, especially considering it was supposedly a birthday celebration for one of their kids. Claims of inviting other royal family members to the celebration, juxtaposed with the fact that many were engaged in long-standing, pre-planned Jubilee events, seem contradictory. The portrayal of being snubbed while using the children as a narrative tool perpetuates a victim narrative. Observing royal children across Jubilee celebrations having joyful interactions amplifies the contrast between their experiences and raises empathy for their isolated upbringing. While Harry aimed to shield his children from the royal environment, the absence of interactions with cousins during significant events presents a contrasting image. It's somewhat disheartening to witness the children's limited engagements compared to the vibrant scenes of cousins playing together. It evokes a sense of pity for them, seemingly isolated from a more communal and lively familial atmosphere. I'm keen on hearing your perspectives on these matters. The discrepancies in baby Lily's photographs or Meghan's contrasting appearances prompt intriguing discussions. However, let's maintain respect for the innocence of the children amidst our deliberations. Your thoughts on these intricacies would be greatly appreciated. In conclusion, while these observations raise pertinent questions, it's essential to approach these discussions with sensitivity, especially considering the involvements of young children who never chose this public scrutiny. Your insights and opinions on these subjects are eagerly awaited. Until next time, take care. If you wish to support my work, you can find the link on my About page. Warm regards.